American Dream training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is a stream that has been created by traders for traders to just kick back, relax, talk about our day trading in the stock market. What an amazing group and what an amazing staff that Coach has put together and these moderators, man. I'm telling you, everybody on the moderator team has something to offer this group, and it is absolutely amazing. Shout out to David Giannis for the amazing, awesomely stellar workshop class that he just put on and is still putting on. And this May, he's doing Q&A right now. He's finishing up, but he's doing Q&A right now, and it was absolutely so informative. Who knew that they had the candlestick identifier indicator? So yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing with that. You know, David went over support and resistance levels, watching your levels, charting, and just looking at certain candles and identifying what those signals mean, using them in your trading, and how TradingView relates to that, and how it can help you more quickly identify trading candle patterns. So shout out to David Giannis once again. Awesome job, David. It's amazing, and I can't wait to watch it over and over and over again. Guys, yes, this is a dream. It's the American dream, right? Listen, American Dream Trading was founded and started by Chad W. Christian, who is a 30-year stock market veteran, man. He has been trading in every market condition imaginable, and what he has done is put together a group that he is training up to be stock market traders, not call-out chasers, mind you, stock market actual traders. Like, he doesn't give us, here's a fish. No, he teaches us how to fish so that we can eat not only today, but for many days to come. Okay, so shout out to you, Coach. Thank you for creating such an awesome community, and thank you for being the amazing mentor and friend that you are. Um, there are 3 links, guys, in this video that you need to be aware of. Okay, but before we go into that, I have to mention Coach has made 10 millionaires. Think the guy knows what he's doing or what? 10 millionaires. He's retired over 70 people. And these are the people that we know about. Imagine all the ones that we don't know about, because there's like 11,000 people in the group. There's no way to know how profitable or non-profitable every single person is. Okay, so, but 10 millionaires, that's a track record that has not been touched. Most likely never will be touched. It is an anomaly. This group is absolutely one of a kind. So if you're looking for a trading home and you're looking to learn how to trade, you have come to the right place. 3 links in the description of this video. The very top one that is pinned, and thank you, Arlo, for putting those in there for me. Shout out to Arlo. What up, baby sis? Let's see. The first one that we have pinned to the top is the one, none other than AmericanDreamTrading.com. That's where you would go to get signed up so that you can get in on things like the amazing workshop class that we just all came from. Okay, so, or most of us anyway. Listen, it is what it is. If you can get into the VIP, those of you that are here that are not VIPs, if that's why you weren't in there, then I apologize. It was an amazing class. If you can't afford to get into the VIP, shout out to Nate, because one of the things that Nate does is he helps one lucky person get a month of VIP. So hopefully one of you, if you don't have a membership, will be able to get in that drawing at the end of the month. And we do it at the end of each month for that next month coming up. Shout out to Coach. He also gave away one this past month, and Coach gives away memberships all the time. So if you're lucky enough to be gifted a VIP membership, you will be able to get a lot of this education as well. So, but if you can't afford it, what the hell are you putting it off for? Come on, man. What are you putting it off for? Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and upgrade your membership right now. Take care of that thing. All right. Second link is none other than the panel. If you want to come up here and talk to us about your day, your trading day, let us know. Did you make money? Did you use Coach's indicators? Did you use a 2-minute EWO strategy? What did you do? How did you make the money? Let us know. Come on up here and talk to us about it. If you did not make money, if you didn't trade, that's cool too. Every day is not meant to be traded. If you lost money, come on up here. We'll pull up TradingView and we will find out what time you got in that trade, and we will pick it apart. We got Mark McSee in the back room right here. He is waiting. Number one, he's waiting for you guys to hit the like button, okay? But he is awesome at teaching people how to get in and out of trades as well. I'm still learning so much, and it means a lot to me to be able to bring the show to you guys, because I learned so much just by talking about it, and with Mark and with Nate and with Coach and everybody. We all learn from each other. People, each one teach one, and people helping people. The third link is none other than yours truly's link. It is the host tip jar. That is also how I receive income. So thank you for those of you who send tips through there, because it is much appreciated. It helps me keep the lights on, guys. It really does. So thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you that sends a tip jar, that hits the tip jar, or donates to it. All right, let's see what we got going on. We got Mark McSee in the back. And I believe that is a Bucket Man. Bucket Man burning out his fuse up here alone. All right, hold on. Here we go. Mark McSee in the house. Bucket in the house. Welcome, gentlemen.
What's up?
What's happening?
Another day in paradise. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic.
Based on what I heard about you today, you get to be able to watch movies for free for a long time.
What?
I don't know. Something about some, streaming service that you kicked some booty on today?
Who didn't? And
I don't know.
You need your butt wet. All right.
Who's that? Is that background Mark?
I don't know. Yeah, it is. Mark, you got a lot of background noise, bud. I just muted you.
Well, I think he's still listening to the. I just left the.
I know, me too. I was. I just left it.
Well, when I saw you leave is when I left, but you had to leave before me. So
Yeah,
if
and
a moderator can leave, I can leave, right?
Bucket, soon to be moderator. You are so crazy.
So that was, So tell us about your trade.
All right, so I got in, and I said, listen, you can't afford Netflix, so don't even think about it. But then I said, well, go see where the contracts are, go see how much they are. I don't know, maybe. Okay, I unmuted you, Mark. He muted himself, I think. That way he can talk when he's ready. So what I did was I said, listen, go see if there's something out of the money that still has a semi-decent delta that you can get in on, because it's probably going to run. So get in it and see if you can make a couple bucks. Well, that's what I did. I found the 580 strike, and it was $75, Bucket.
What?
$75.
Wait. When did it expire? When's it expire?
This week.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes. No. Am I right? No. Wait a minute. Hold on. I might be lying, Bucket. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Because now
That's
620 is standing out. But still, $75.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when. So keep going.
No, now
So all the money. So basically, you're telling me all the money that I spent yesterday on contracts was a waste because you paid significantly less than I did.
Yeah, 580, dude. 580 strike. And that way you could have got a ton of contracts, Bucket.
Yeah.
Go look a little bit out sometimes. Not all the time. It's best to go one in and one out if you can afford it, because your delta is going to move a lot better for you. But if you're looking to get multiple contracts and you have a small account, sometimes you got to go a little bit out of the money.
Okay, well, I'll tell you my Netflix after you tell me yours. So you found one.
I found it.
You did not do it overnight. You did it when the market opened.
I did it when the market opened. I got in that trade at probably a little bit after 9:30 because I didn't wait that long, because I saw the momentum. And the last time I jumped into Netflix when it had momentum like that and annihilated the pre-market setup was when I made $2,000 off of one contract of $164. So yeah.
Because I'm trying to see when you got in today, because I'm very interested on when people got in today. I know Christina will have her story because I missed you all this morning. So wait a minute. You said you waited till 9:30.
I'm looking it up right now.
So you waited till 9:30. You mean right at market open? Oh, I see where you got in. So you got in right after the initial run up, and it was flat for like 1 to 2 minutes.
No, I got in at 9:30, dude.
Yeah, okay. So you got in at a market open.
Yeah, it said filled 9:30.
Oh, so you got the entire run up this morning.
Well, here's the thing. I made a boo-boo. All right. Uh-huh. I hit it at 9:30. I was watching the 70. It actually started out at $71. When I saw 2, 3, 4, that was all I needed. I said, okay, that's what you're doing this morning, because I thought it was going to drop. You saw how it was running yesterday.
Yep.
All right. So I thought it was going to drop. I was not jumping in there. But when I saw 71, 72, 73, I'm like, okay, Dawn, you're not trying to pay $100. You better get in now, girl, and just get on out if it starts dropping. $225.
How much? Well, back up. How much?
$225 was where that contract was when I got out. And the only reason I got out was because I clicked I realized, and I was talking to Nate, I said, look, I realized what I did. You know how on Robinhood you have to put in limit sell if you want to get out at a certain level? I forgot to do that. I just went in, put one contract and put the price in there and clicked sell. But I didn't go to the limit sell to where I could actually put the price in. So it didn't acknowledge me putting in that I wanted to get out of the X amount of, and just stopped me out. So I would have been in there a little bit longer. So
what time did you get out?
Hold on.
Either 9:45 or 10, I'm assuming.
Where are you? Sell Netflix.
I'm right here.
All
right, how's the background noise?
Quiet. Stop, Mr. Interrupter. We're doing something here. Okay, 9:41.
It's better, Mark. Way better.
You
9:40.
made $225 in 11 minutes.
9:40.
10 minutes. That's a pretty good hourly rate.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Think about that. $200 times 60 minutes.
And you know what, Dawn?
Yeah.
There's no reason to wait until it topped out $2 later. I mean, yeah, $2 is something you missed, but that took an extra hour of going down and up and all the headache.
And I
got out at the exact right time.
Look, I didn't want to go through that because Coach, Nate, Mark, a lot of these, Ted, I remember Ted saying this with me, get your profit, get the green, okay? And even if, with one contract, I would have been forced to sit in a lot of shop once it got to that level. And not only that, I noticed it consolidating. That's what made me go in for the stop. I didn't initially, because you have to set your stops after you're already in the trade with Robinhood. So I kind of just let it go. And I'm like, I was so fascinated watching it. I'm like, okay, dummy, set a stop. So when I saw it kind of get up to that level, and then I saw a couple of okay, let's make sure we get a stop in here because let's get ready to do something. That's when I stopped myself out. It did go up a little bit more after that, obviously, but there is when it really started consolidating. So God stepped in and got my ass out. But in that, I took a lesson because I'm like, you know what? If you do this on a daily basis, you know how much money you can make, even if it's just $10.
Yep.
Stop shooting for the fences. Get in when you see green. And what you did the other day also made me think about it. Remember when everybody was like, why did you get out of, I forget what it was, but you know what I'm talking about. Why did you get out?
Yeah.
And you were like, because I was comfortable where I was, so I got out. Yeah. If I see that amount of money that I made is comfortable, even if it's like $15 and it looks like it's kind of time, get out. I sit in there too long.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, you don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day because let's be honest, Netflix only went up $2 more. And then for the rest of the day, it went down.
Right.
So, I mean, you did exactly right.
Yeah. I was unfortunate enough to be involved. And I say unfortunate because when I got in that trade where it ran all day, I got a bias in my head that Netflix runs all day and that stocks run all day. And it's been hell trying to get that out of my head. Yeah. And so after losing several times because that didn't happen, I finally got it through my thick skull that you need to get in and get what you can and get out of that unless you're sitting in a 2-minute EWO. If you're going to scalp it, then scalp it. Stop trying to turn it into a 2-minute EWO. And if you're going to get in on the second candle and ride it, then do that. If you're going to scalp it and just get in and out, and I fully was scalping. That was not intended to be a 2-minute EWO. An EWO hadn't even formed yet. So I was intending just to get, because I knew the way that was going, it was running. So I'm like, just get in and scalp what you can real quick and get out. And that's what I did.
Well, and it was smart because what you had to realize is it was a 2-part trade, right? Yeah. It moved up $45 yesterday.
Yes.
At the aftermarket.
Yeah.
So to think it's going to go up $45 more today.
Right.
Is a little ridiculous. Okay. Yes. And that is why I like you. So obviously I was in 2 calls yesterday at the end of the day and they were up. So it took me a while. I don't know why, but I had to figure out how much I actually profited if we opened this morning exactly where I went to bed, because it went really flat last night, about $530. So I calculated how much gain I had there. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to know what my profit was at the open so that I could immediately go ahead and purchase some more calls to play with. Because I was anticipating another run up, just like you did, right? Yeah. So I did the dawn side this morning, but what I was using at that point in time was house money. I said, okay, so I was up, I estimated up about, I don't know, $2,800. Let's just say that's the number. So I went and bought contracts today for $2,800. I bought $2,800 worth of contracts. And like you, I actually shed, you're going to laugh, I shed 5 minutes in at the first red, or the only red candle on the drive up at like 550.
Right.
So I shed 5 contracts, and then I shed the other 5 at the same time you did, and I rode my 2 from yesterday until it peaked at 560. So
wow, that was smart.
Yeah, so I ended up doing 2, 10. So I did 2, 10, shed 5, shed the ones from yesterday. Right?
That was awesome.
Because I was just playing with house money at that time. So let's just say those, because like you, the other option was at open, boom, nosedive, some profit.
Yes.
We all were scared of that, right? And I was like, okay, so I didn't buy a contract in the first 2 minutes. I bought mine around 9:34 when it was the first big candle. You were already in it, so you got more gains. But that's when I bought, just in case it went down.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have had that house money to play with. So yeah, it ended up being very, obviously extremely profitable.
Yes.
It was good, but it all started yesterday with the jump. So, I mean, that day, and everybody remembers the $60 NVIDIA day. Well, this is about as good as you can get. It was just broke over 2 days.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
Everybody who was in it should have enjoyed it. But I mean, the fallacy that it was going to ride to 600. I mean, everybody was like, I remember someone when it was getting near the peak asked this morning on Zoom, is it a good time to get in Netflix? No.
Right.
Unless you're going to go into a put.
Right.
I mean, you got to remember, yesterday at this time, it was $475. Right now,
you can't discount yesterday. It runs so much, and it's like, this thing's got to be tired. How has it going to go today? It can't be that much. So get in, get a few dollars, and get the hell out of there. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And it's so funny you use the house money term, because when you think about it, the $100 I made on fun, well, that's where the 75 came from.
There it is.
I didn't get that today. I already had a couple dollars in there, but still, that'll come in tomorrow. But that's like using the house money, because I'm still in fun. So it's like, okay, you know what? Let's try Netflix and see what happens. Let's see what we can get over that. And all of these little base hits are adding up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's working. It's working.
Awesome. That's great.
I'm loving the Trading View indicators bucket.
I've been hearing you. I'm like, man, this girl's converted.
I'm loving these things. I can chart, Mark. I'm so happy about that.
Trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yep. I clicked and just boom. And then today I was playing with it during listening to David, looking at his chart. I'm playing with my chart because I saw his lines. He had a real thick white line and a real thin blue line for the levels that aren't as prevalent. And I'm like, oh, I like that. And I heard him talk about that before. So I'm like, I like that. I love the whole candle, the indicator candle doji, candlestick pattern finder thingy. That, oh man, I can't wait to back test with that.
That gets in the way. I use that, but it gets in the way.
I'm not going to leave it, but to back test and watch it.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun.
I'll tell you when those because based on his thing, the best time to actually use those indicators is when you are setting up and prepping for the next day. Right? So you can look at the dojis, you can look at, the engulfing candles, because those give you an idea of where the supply and demands, the resistance levels are. We say some demand zones, but that's when he was doing that, I was like, yeah, that's good for finding those things. So
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, I think it was a good day for a lot of people, right? So
I did too. I can't wait to hear Christina's story. But right now, the man I need to hear from is Mark. Mark, what'd you do today, man? Talk to us.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Q, 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 Q.
I'm so trying to get away from the queues because I want to be a trade locker. And it's the same day expiration. I can't help it. It was there. I had to take the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, I did. I doubled my money in my investment. It's 53% gains. So the money
Look,
I
I'm
put
gonna
in,
give
I got
all of
back
us
out.
the bell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give all of us the bell.
and I was only in it. I've been keeping track of that. How long I'm going to trade? Let me look here real quick. I was in it for 30 minutes.
At the
30
opening,
minutes.
right at the first
No.
30 minutes?
Nope. I stick to my 10 o'clock today. I'm like, nah.
10:06, man. What are you talking about? 10:06 was the EWO.
Yeah, that's where I got in at.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Actually, I didn't get in till 10:08 or something. I waited a couple because I wanted I forget which one. Microsoft was going to the moon, but Amazon wasn't, and it was kind of holding it back a little bit. So
that was a $3 QQQ move.
Yeah, I did very well.
Nice.
I didn't get a comma, but I came close.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't get the comma.
No,
all good.
I was like $80 short of getting a comma, but it's all good. Yeah, I got in that. Part of it was I was looking at. We talked in the pre-market when earnings come out at 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning on Amphenol. 20, 30 years ago, I owned Amphenol stock, and it did really well back in the day. And I was really interested in looking at that. But then I got to reading a little bit about it. I kind of talked to myself. But I had like 3 of them we were looking at for earnings, talking about, not extensive. So I charted them all, and I was already loaded for bear just in case I wanted. But what I ended up doing was I scared myself out. I was indecisive at the opening bell for jumping into blue chip, them big blue chip stocks. You never know what's going to happen. But if I'd have got in General Dynamics, it'd have been a 4.5 times my money if I'd have got in that one on a contract at the opening. But I didn't. So it's still all good. Money's money, green's green.
That's right.
But that was the only thing I was going to do at the opening bell. But I'm still trying to stick my 10 o'clock. I just look back and on my trades and evaluated. I lose a lot less money by waiting and letting the market settle down. Sure, I can have huge gains real quick if it continues to climb, but it don't always do that.
No.
Sometimes it'll go 20 yards and come back 40.
100.
Yeah. So even though the last 2 weeks it seems like all of them have been taken off for, they're going up 100 yards up in the air, at the open. It's still dangerous, and I just reevaluated. Where I've lost a lot of money was jumping in too soon, waiting for the market to settle. So I'm 80% of waiting the full time.
But let me ask you guys this. Hasn't it felt like the last week or so that the vast majority of the movement is before lunch?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Well,
we are getting the occasional runner. The one today that, Mark VRBO said was exactly right. We should have all anticipated NVIDIA getting tired, right? Because she's been running so long. And, that would have just been a beautiful put at lunchtime. But none of us identified it. And that's disappointing. But
I know. Christina did, though.
There was a member posted in the Zoom chat. Can't remember who it was. Kurt, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. He got in Ford today. Look at the Ford.
Okay.
Ford?
I looked at the contract price. I don't know what he actually paid, but if he got in at the first downturn on Ford, it was a 2-cent per contract per share entry. $2.
What am I looking at? 2 minutes. Let me go to the 2 minute. On Ford?
Yeah, on Ford.
Where did he get in?
He said he made 140% or something on his trade. There was an 81% gain on a little 2-cent. It went from 2 cents to 11-cent contract price. So for $2, made 11.
Hold on. Ford. Okay, I'm looking.
It was downhill all day today. That would have been one cheap way to make a lot of money today. It was
wow.
Look at it. It was a put. Yeah, for every 2 cents or 20 cents, which is 2 cents. It would have made 11 cents.
Wow.
And we ignore it. We ignore these
Yeah, of
little
course,
things that
because
really
it's
go.
too slow moving for us, right?
Right. Well, that's his comment, and it was in the chat.
And
It
it's
was like,
hard, right?
it was horrible sitting there watching it all day. But when you look at your profit percentage, that was enormous, 81%.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What's Ford? F, right?
Just F, yeah.
Yep.
Just F. Ford Motor Company.
So for
Okay, there we are.
I mean, so for $2, he made 11.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. That was probably a bigger.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know what you guys made on. What was your percentage gain on? The other one.
The EWO on this thing.
I mean, I made whatever it was. What did I make? So I say 60+% on my trade. Little old Ford.
I ended up. We're talking not percentage of account, percentage of trade.
Yes.
Yeah, I was up 560 on Netflix.
I was
194.
That works.
Is that one day or overnight?
Well, no, that
One
includes the overnight. I'm talking my
Yeah.
entire Netflix investment in the last 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
560.
Well, if you'd have got in Netflix this morning and got out at your best place,
200
would it
maximum,
made?
200 to 300 maximum.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, it would have only been 2.
But
Yeah.
you had to spend $30,000, compared to $2 with Ford. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because you would have bought a crap load more contracts with the Ford, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
Because you're
Dude,
talking to 600.
This is 10 o'clock right here.
Yeah. And that contract price, I put it at whatever the stock price was at and looked at what the cost was. It was like 2 cents a share. And then I did it at the end of the day, and it was like 11 cents. Yeah. You don't want to pull your hair out and poke your eyes out as slow as it was all day because it doesn't move. But you let that head let. So don't overlook these little tiny cheap ones sometimes.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the problem is identifying them, like you said.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why Ford did that, or I'm sure there was a reason. I don't know what it is, and I don't really care. But it just, don't just think the big boys are the ones that's going to make you money. I mean, Ford's a big company. Don't get me wrong, but we all know that's a good stock to try to learn to trade contracts on, to learn how to trade contracts. The potential you're losing money is a lot less than playing Netflix.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's kind of like a water slide. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That is exactly what that is.
Isn't that beautiful? That is a thing of beauty, isn't it? I just couldn't believe it when he posted that. I'm like, as a matter of fact, I don't even look at Ford. I don't even care.
No, I took it off my list so I could stick the other ones on that Coach put in, like Soxy, right?
Yep, that's what I did too. Well,
That's
we dropped
crazy.
Ford off the list.
Gosh darn.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Sometimes your small account ones really pay off.
Yep.
Don't ignore them.
Nope. Exactly. So, well, there you go. Nice.
Wow. $2. Give me $2 and they give me 11 back. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah, that's a pretty good damn day.
Yeah, imagine buying 50 or 100 contracts.
Yeah. So I'm saying you spent $1,000 to get 11. Oh yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I got close to that today, but it cost me 20 some odd $1,000, right?
Yeah. So you're talking over 5 times, right? 2 cents,
5.5
cents. Yeah.
So 550.
Give you 1,000, I'll give you 5,500 back.
The key with that, though, Mark, is with much less investment.
Yeah, your account's less risky.
Yeah. So that's great. Did he have a lot of shares or a lot of contracts?
He just said what his profit was percentage.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome.
I just seen it and I looked at it and I'm like, oh cow.
I'll tell you what. I'm sold on shares, man. I love doing. I don't get me wrong, contracts. I get it, but I love the simplicity of shares and no Greeks. I really, really do, and I think I'm going to end up really finding my niche with shares because.
Combine that with Coach's 2-point indicators and that channel ribbon and all that stuff. That channel, I'm telling you what, it's a mind blow. You don't even have to. You just put your cursor over there. It tells you what where the price is at it right there. When it breaks to that channel, it always goes up or the other way,
I didn't have one year.
Unfortunately, I'm treating that almost as hard as I'm treating VWAP.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm using that as a
channel
resistance.
is a beast, right?
Yeah. With Apple, it follows that channel for the vast majority of the day. So I actually didn't get into an EWO today because we were getting close to the top of that channel. I was like, no, it's coming down. Sure enough, it peaked over the line and whoomp, right back down. I mean, it was sickening how accurate that thing is.
I never thought of it like a VWAP, but yeah, that is exactly what it's like. It's a strong support and a strong resistance.
Correct. And when it breaks below it, you can go ahead and start looking. Because I asked Coach that a week ago on Zoom, in the morning call. I was like, hey, Coach, I've got this happening. Can you take a look at the channel? Because I think, and he's like, it's another data point. It can, instead of a 5-star, now you can have a 6-star trade. Because, if you're getting all the indicators and you're in the middle, where the red and green meet, you've got room up and down. That's the 6-star for me now. It's like, oh, okay, this one will at least go up there, right? And then when it gets up there, honestly, guys, regardless of the let your runners run, I move my stops up. I'm at least profitable, and I'm usually halfway between where I got in and where that top of the line is. And because it's the base hits, right? Yep. The Netflix, the NVIDIA, maybe we get one of those a month, right? It's the base hits between that matter, right?
Yep.
And, absolutely.
Because I rinky-dinked this afternoon. I just, I did stupid stuff because, the morning was such a winner and, and I was wrong several times, but
where that coach's indicators what makes it really powerful is when you're in the pre-market and we're trading stocks that we don't ever heard of before, but for some reason, either news or, an earnings come out, it's not like trading Apple. We can find all kinds of support. So to hurry up and do it quickly, that channeling thing with the coach's 2.0 indicator right there, it's already preset for you. If it breaks through that, it's going to go off one way or the other, or not.
Actually, you're going to laugh. You talk about pre-market because I still can't get up with you guys. And I know you guys say, money never sleeps, but I do. Sorry. I got to get my 8. I don't know. I used it tonight for earnings. So I did it in the aftermarket because I was tracking 3 different earnings. STX was one, Mark. You read some of that. And it popped out of the channel. And I saw it starting to get strength. And when it broke through the bottom of the channel, so it went under the bars, when it broke in it, I was like, okay, we've got strength in here. And it allowed me to go from, I bought it at 85, sold it at 89 tonight, $4 a share, quick $400.
Good.
This evening on that one, LCRX broke through the entire channel, came back, you're going to laugh, came back into the channel and rode the top of the channel for the rest of the night. And that's when I decided to exit my position. It was like, okay, no more movement, volume's low, but it's at the top of the channel. So those two were my today Netflix from yesterday, just not as significant, obviously. And then I'm telling you, you have a QQQ problem. I have a Tesla problem. How the hell the group convinced me to get in another call today before the end of close?
You got in a Tesla call bucket. Oh my God, you got in a Tesla call?
That was some serious respect there.
Everybody started rah-rahing each other. I mean, it was like, what? It was like,
you're not supposed to chase that stuff.
Oh, we're not chasing it. Bought it right at the end of the day.
It was a lotto, right? I mean, with the gains from today, if I lose this money, it's not even going to round.
It's not even that big a deal.
I think I spent $102 total on that contract. Okay?
Oh, wow. I spent $35 on a TSLL or whatever one I bought.
Okay, on the TSLL, right? So, okay, but here's the competitive in me, Mark. Here's the competitor in me, right? Crappy earnings come out, right? And I know now that $100, even though I swear to you all, I said I'm not going to worry about it. It's starting to go down. So what did I do? Y'all? I bought 10 Tesla short. I shorted 10.
You hedged
Tesla
it.
shares.
You got both sides?
Huh?
But you buy puts or
No, you can't in
Shorted
the
it.
aftermarket. All you can do is short a stock.
oh, you're talking about afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, in the aftermarket, when it started going down, even though I promised myself I wasn't going to worry about the $100, okay, after a very nice day, I was like, gosh, damn it. Excuse my language. And I just went in and, shares are what? I think a share was $202. So I bought 10 of them, right? So, as it's going down, which it is tonight, I'm offsetting that $100 thing that we get, that I got myself into. This competitive nature in me is going to get me in trouble.
We'll see tomorrow because you don't know what's going to happen overnight and first thing in the morning. You really don't. It may very well go to the moon. We don't know. I don't see it.
And that's why,
I don't. I mean, the data wise, I don't look forward to do that based on what they've said. But I was going to put a put in, just one contract, cheapo. I'm like, and then I listened to all them guys. Oh, I'm going to calls.
I know you heard that, right?
And I'm like,
what the hell? Call.
Oh, okay. It's only $38. And I switched to a call. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
I know.
That's the danger. That's the danger of groupthink.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong or right. I unwittingly let them convince me without me being part of the conversation.
Right. But Mark,
I never said a word, but I changed what I already decided.
Mark, you have not been hit over the head with a battle axe like I have with Tesla.
Oh,
so you have an excuse to have.
I don't even trade it.
And, hey, let's give this a lotto. Not this idiot, right? I mean, if it wasn't for Netflix, I've made all the Tesla losses back and more with Netflix today, but I got hit over the head with a battle axe, and I'm still getting convinced to go into a call. And that is why I shorted 10 shares. I was like, you know what? Because it will totally offset that one, and I'll feel like it's not a loss. But
what do we tell all new traders? Don't trade the first half hour. Ignore all the call outs.
Yeah, exactly.
and we still can't.
Yeah, we do
that. It's a big deal. It's $38. In the scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
But that's what I'm saying, Mark.
But I still did it. That's the bad part.
Right.
Well, you're an experienced trader too.
But it's not even that, Mark. It's the fact that, stick to your convictions, right?
Yeah.
You'd be in a good share. Especially Tesla right now is about to hit a triple bottom and probably break through the 195, right? So, it's toast. If you look at it with that, what are we calling that? You're calling into the regression channel? What are we calling it?
Trend channel.
I think it's regression channel.
Linear regression. Is it linear regression they call it?
Something like
that.
It
depends which way it's going, right?
Right.
So,
the TSLL was 1091 when I bought it, and it's now
9.
Yeah, 9 something. What is it? 1090.
So
it's down $1. You think it's going to recover $1 tomorrow? I don't think
no, absolutely not. But I was really, I got on this little trip of ours when you were talking about how those channels really assist in the pre-market. Go take a look at the channel right now for Tesla in the aftermarket.
I'm looking at it right now.
It is scary.
That's in here.
If you can show it.
Yeah. It's right dead in the middle.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Now go into the aftermarket. You want to see how scary it is? Just keep scrolling. Mm-hmm. Look how scary this is.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. Keep going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
It is it's diddling in the middle of that regression channel. It hit the bottom of it, came up. It's in there.
Yeah. It broke through it. Look at that.
Yep. Yeah, that was the initial release. And then it came right back to the median. Right here. Because you're in the 2 minute. If you look at it in the 1 minute, it's scary. If you look in the 1 minute, it is seriously scary. Look.
Huh. Wow.
That is seriously scary. Tell me you can't use these channels in the pre-market in the aftermarket.
Exactly.
It is following it to a T.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's just,
Okay, that's
it's,
beautiful.
that's why I like it so much in the pre-market, because you have no clue what these companies. Not we don't care what the companies do. All we care is we want the candles to go up and down for volatility. Get in low, get out high, rinse and repeat. And that's as soon as it breaks through them upper or lower line, I tell you what, it's like gold. It's like cheating almost.
It really is.
yeah, it's awesome. It's
Yes,
absolutely awesome.
following it.
And that was a great call out this morning. I asked you and Nate while I was driving to work your thoughts on that FDA approval. So I got to give props to you, Mark. You were like, yeah, I don't view this as a great,
Yeah, it wasn't a new drug release. It was an expansion of use of an existing drug. So
right. So, I mean, at the open, it did go up about 25 cents. But then for the rest of the day, it died. It did do a run up at the end of the day to get back to the morning high, but it was nothing like last time. So that was a great call out by you guys.
That was my personal opinion. That's you'll hear me say all the time, pretty much. Well, this drug they come out with ain't curing cancer or ain't that great, but
Yeah, that's what I laughed at. And everybody else was trying to interrupt me. I guess that's bucket stands for interrupt, right? I'm not allowed to ask questions. Every time I ask a question, other people think it's time for them to ask a question. And trying to get you two to give me your drug analysis, right? Because you two are very good at the pharmaceuticals and biotech.
I love pharmaceuticals. I do.
Right.
Really
and
do.
that's all I wanted, because I'm not going to research it. And, when you guys said, oh, yeah, maybe, I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I did buy like 10 shares just to track it. And when it got to like plus 25%, I just sold them. I didn't do it.
That's a good trade. 25%. Heck yeah. Do that every day. See how long it takes to quadruple your account.
Exactly. But yeah, that was a good call. But yeah, the trend, I've been in my phases, right? I wanted Webull, and then obviously with David and Apple, I spent a lot of time on TradingView trying to learn. And then when it all clicked for me 3 months ago, I was like, okay, now I understand what that stupid cloud was. I just thought it was a picture. I really love TradingView. Then I moved over to Webull, and I put my own 9/21/55s in Webull so that
you can.
Yeah. And so I could be all on one platform.
It looks just like it's just not filled in.
Yeah. All right. But I've also noticed it, for some reason, it just graphically doesn't give me the same warm and fuzzy TradingView, like what I see behind you on your screen.
Right.
It's just, there's so much more detail because of the colors and the contrast, right?
Yes.
Webull's black and white, right? You got your colors, but
what I found, try this on Weebles. I found making the lines thicker on purpose. Just your line thicker, and it makes it pop out a little bit better.
Yeah.
I still don't like it on Weeble because I don't, I just love that trading. I just really do. Them guys did such a great job designing that. It's just, I can't give them enough props.
Shout out to everybody who had a hand in that. I mean, David, Arlo, Miranda, TJ, Bruno, of course. Come on. I mean, that thing is killer.
Yeah. No, I love it. And that has now convinced me, because I was trying to discipline myself to be able to trade off of one screen, because then when you get better, and 2 and 3 would make you even better, right? You have more information.
Yes.
It's now vital to me to have TradingView up. I've just got to figure out where to put the zoom. Okay. Because I cannot, the good news, well, I'm not gonna say it's good news. Sorry, coach. It's good that coach is only there for an hour and a half, right? And you can, if you're wanting to follow what he's doing and what he's teaching, you then need a third screen, right?
Yeah.
You got one screen for Webull, one screen for that, one screen for him, or one big screen, right? Whatever you're doing. But it's great because after that, primarily, when it's Mark, VRBO Mark, and it's Bruno, and it's you, Mark, and you, Don, a lot of the teaching there becomes more intermediate, it's because people are learning more about, EWO, candle, all this kind of stuff. I can just bypass that unless I hear something very interesting, and then I'll bring the screen up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's now evident to me that I have to have more than one screen, because TradingView will really give you everything you want, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to. I honestly would like to have one more monitor sideways, so I can so I can turn it up and down and then have Discord
Get a
and the
vertical,
coach
Mark.
on. Yeah, well,
Get
I
a
can turn
vertical.
these vertical, but then the thing's not designed that way. But I can turn these on end.
Yeah,
It'll pivot automatically, but I don't have it set that way.
dude, get
But
a
I
big
would like
vertical
one
and put
more.
the L2 on it.
Yeah, well, now I found being a mod, and watching people's mics. Now I figured out I can pop that out and then stretch it out so you can watch. Because I was like, whose mic's open? Because everything was so squished up. Now I got it popped it out of the chat, and then now I could stretch it out.
Oh, the hard life of you moderators.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't figure out how they was closing mics so fast. I'm like, what are they doing to close these so fast? And I'm like, oh, that's all they're doing. That's easy. No, because the open mic person pops up to the top, so you can see who it is right away.
Tesla broke through its resistance. It's now below, so it's still going. But
yeah, well,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I'm with you. The channel is spectacular. I mean, it's almost like there's so much information now you don't even know what to look at.
Right.
Well, that's the danger of TradingView. There's thousands of indicators you have access to that are the industry standard plus ones that people wrote on their own or modified. It's actually kind of fun just to sit there for a day and look at all the different things that you could do to confuse yourself. But but there's some neat things on there. I mean, it's like anything else, but keep it simple, people. Just keep it simple.
I know.
Join VIP, get the coaches indicators. That's all you need.
Joey,
It really is.
Thank you, first of all.
Yep, Joey.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Joey and Jimmy Hodge, for the tips. Thank you. Love you guys. What's going on?
I talked so much. Jimmy Hodge left. I'm sorry.
Oh, was he there? I didn't know. Sorry.
Jimmy Hodge.
He was
Jimmy,
in. Joey's here, but Jimmy was in.
I know. I had to kind of mute him because there was a lot of background noise. Jimmy, come back. Just mute your mic. And that way, when you're ready to talk, you can unmute it. But I had to mute it because it came in really hot with a lot of background noise.
I wasn't
muting. But thank you again for the tip. Huh?
Oh, Chris said, "Yeah, Mark, stop muting me." I don't know that I muted anybody today, other than Christina in the pre-market. She's like, the other day? Yeah, she's like, who keeps? Well, I did because she keeps her mic open all the time.
She does, absolutely.
I'm like, well, I'll close it. And then she noticed that she went to talk. Like, it wasn't even 5 seconds after I muted her mic. She's talking, realized her mic was muted.
She's probably listening right now.
Jimmy's saying he's having equipment issues, so he'll
Okay.
How'd you do today, Joey?
Yeah, Joey.
Oh my God.
You're on mute, Joey.
Yeah, I didn't mute him. Look, you ever see that movie History of Violence? Joey. With Viggo Mortensen. That's a good flick. Joey, we can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, Joey.
Can't hear you.
No, now it's just us.
I guess he'll work.
It's the regulars. Well, I mean,
gotta hook back up.
You know what's disappointing, Dawn? Honestly,
what?
I'm gonna just tell you.
Talk to me.
We must have had 10% of our population today on Netflix. Where the hell are they? Where the hell are they?
Come talk to us about. You know what? I'm gonna look. Let me go look down in here.
Yeah, you can go do your
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah, go ahead because Mark left. He just walked.
He just dipped out. Shout out to Arlo. Thank you once again, baby girl, for the links in the chat. I appreciate you. Darn Cricket is down there today. We got Mark McSee. We got Chicken Nugget. What's up, Chicken Nugget? Welcome. Listen, I also want to give a shout out to anybody who's on Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, or obviously YouTube. Rob Succo in the house. Welcome, Rob Succo. How are you? Mark Clark. We're going to go through these quick. We got Jimmy Hodges in here with us today. We got Bucket, of course, on the panel. I love it when you call me Billy Papa. What's up, Billy Papa? How are you? We've got Trader Matt. Trader Matt, that's a different name. Don't forget to click the link that's pinned to the top and join American Dream Trading. And if you're already a member, make sure you join the VIP. Check them. What's going on? How art thou? We got Turk Diggler in the house, and we got Carolyn Chicken Wrap. Look, Chicken Nugget on the brain, right? Carolyn Chicken Nuggets. We got Big Rig Dave in here. You just gotta say Big Rig Dave. I mean, you gotta say it like that, Bucket. It's just you have to. Aussie Trader 73. Welcome. Welcome. Miranda, hi baby. How are you? And Arlo, the twins down there.
I didn't give them their food, did you?
Yes.
You did?
Who?
Yes.
Oh.
Arlo and Miranda? You feed them?
Oh my. I'm not muted. I thought I muted myself.
No, you're not muted, Mark. We're staring at your feet.
You had to
Come
open
on.
mic, Mark.
Come on, it's raining. Get in here.
Uh-huh.
Standing out now, pouring down rain. Come on.
Yeah, Dawn, I got caught with that yesterday saying goodbye to my daughter when she was going to work. I didn't know.
That was so cute, though. Everybody heard it, and it was like it gave us another dimension in the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Just what you need, another mind meld. Okay.
Yes, we do. We need to know you, Bucket. We need to know you. Steve Ken and Steve Edward, back to back. Welcome. Farah, hi, darling. How are you? Santiago, what's up? Chris D is in the house. What's up? Welcome, Chris D. Who else we got? Who else do we have? DJ Vinny down in the chat. Welcome, DJ Vinny. Bad Influences down there. Curtis C is down there. Bubbles, OMG. Hi, baby. Why don't you come up here and hang out with us?
Yeah, yo. Why doesn't Bubbles come up here and tell us about that put she rocked
Let's
at the end of the day?
Let's hear it.
Because she didn't call it out.
With my help.
My beautiful better half, Vegan Knowledge JJ in the house. Welcome. Everybody, if you get a chance, please go and subscribe to her channel. She is trying to grow that thing out. Let's see, who else do we have? I think that may be coming down to the wire here. Special K, what's going on, Special K? Thank you for always hooking me up in the tip jar, Special K. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Joey Crypto. It's a couple people that are just regulars for the tip jar, and I just love it because your girl needs it. All right, we got them all.
Okay,
Welcome,
so
guys.
before we do anything else, we have 2 questions from the chat, and we want to make sure we address them. So the first one was Jimmy Hodge. I think I addressed his. He said, take a look at Google since January 8th. You know, it's earnings month for them, and it is going up. It's obviously doing pretty well. We'll have to evaluate it. There is not investment advice. With today being a static day for it, I'm sure everybody was focused on some other things. It is one to look at. I'm not telling you what to do. Just go ahead and take a look at it because it was a pretty flat day, if not a little bit down. So take a look. The second comes from Steve Edward, and this is for Mark and Dawn.
Okay.
I would like some advice. I'm a nurse. I work 4 to 10 hours a day every week.
4 10-hour days.
It says 4 to 10 hours. 4 10-hour days every week, starting at 7 a.m. So 4 days a week from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. What do you suggest is the best way for me to learn? YouTube, please have the floor.
Well, I would watch videos on your lunch breaks, your whatever breaks you do get. I'm sure if you're a nurse, you probably don't get any breaks, but every chance you get, pop up a video, watch, read. That's tough. I mean, you do have 3 other days that you can pour into it, whether it's a weekday or I know when you work 4 10s, you generally work a rotating schedule, probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 week and alternating around. Been there, done that all my life. That's tough, especially being on your feet for 10 hours a day and then, finding time to sit down and catch up with life. So you got to just plan it like you do everything else.
And here's what you want to.
You know what days you're working. The days, I'm going to read during my lunch breaks. Maybe get up 15 minutes or 20 minutes earlier and watch a video. You got to schedule it. You got to schedule it into your life.
Yeah, I tell you what too. I would pinpoint it as well. Mark's right. Find those times where you can get some quiet time, just you, and study. And let's dig even deeper and go with start out with charting. Okay. Start out with charting. That is the first thing that you want to learn, because without it, you are flying blind. Okay. Look for all the support and resistance videos that you can find. Are you a VIP? Let us know if you're a VIP, because if you are, there's some that you can go in the VIP lounge and get in the VIP section and get. But if not, there's a plethora of them here on YouTube. Look for the word support and resistance. And also 2-minute EWO training. Look for the 2-minute EWO, look for support and resistance, and start there. Okay. And watch all of those that you can. Take notes, paper trade what you're hearing and learning. All right. And, get with Miranda and Arlo. They are the onboarding duo. And I think Paul at the Beach might be in on that. And they can help you, from there. They can help you direct you in other directions. But yeah, if you're watching videos, start with support and resistance videos and the 2-minute EWO strategy. And above all things, please don't trade with real money and start with shares. Don't go right into options if you're brand new. Start with shares, support and resistance, 2-minute EWO. Those 3 things is what your main focus is. You learn the chart, you're golden. Everything else falls into place from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he said yes.
if you're like everybody else. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just saying, yes, he's a VIP. Go ahead, Mark.
And I like Vinny's advice because it's true. I don't care what anybody says. I'll guarantee you 98% of the people take their cell phone into the throne room with them, correct?
Oh, hell
yeah. They're sitting there concentrating. That's just the way it is.
I edit videos in there.
Instead of watching cat videos on TikTok, pull up coaches' videos on YouTube. Watch them.
Well,
so quit wasting your time on TikTok videos. Watch YouTube or coaches' videos.
The other one I would recommend for you, Steve, is because you may not be in the market during the day, whatever platform you're using, pick a stock, do your support and resistance lines, and do a replay feature that night when you get home. You can do it faster so you don't have to take the 8 hours for the full day, but go ahead and do the replay feature and stop it at every area of interest and start testing yourself. What would you do? Okay. You hear the word back testing a lot, but this is also the practice, right? When I started in September, I told Dawn and Mark and the whole team, any day that I had bad, and I've had 17 of them now, I spend that night replaying a stock that I didn't play that day, using our system, following to make sure I'm still got it right, because you have an internal how do I say this? You beat yourself up that maybe you made the wrong decision, but by refreshing it, you can go to a replay feature. I think Webull even has one now. Yep. Where you can just show the candlesticks. What would you do? Would I do it there? Would I do it there? Stop it and then replay. Practice so that when it's time to do it, you're ready to go.
Yep. You just gotta, if you want it, you'll find a way to do it. You got to schedule time. Drive. Somebody back recommended when you're driving to work, listen to it on the. I
listen to you guys the pre-market every day I drive to work until you guys start talking about below the waist. And then I hang up on you.
What are you talking about?
You guys, like I want to hear it.
What do they say to look for? January 8th? Google?
Yeah, so if you go back on Google on January 8th.
Oh, okay.
On January 8th, what you will see is we have the upward trend through the entire. There is something really neat. If you can bring it up, I'd like to show you. Okay. I just found it while you two were answering Steve.
Yeah. Day chart.
Yes, TJ, you are a troublemaker. I don't even know why we would discuss this.
Right click, reset chart. Right click, reset chart view. There you go. Yep, that's it. Click. There you go. Look at that.
Okay. Now the easy way to do this, Dawn.
Yeah.
I can't see your time frame on the bottom. Is if you go down there to the bottom and click the 1M. right down there on the bottom, because that's the range. And it'll automatically reset the candles. So you see down there?
What, 1 minute?
Below the EWO indicator down there, you see the 1M, 1D, all that?
Hold on 1 second.
On the bottom of the screen.
Where is my goddamn cursor? Okay, here it is.
Yeah, down, right there. Click the 1M. Right below that, keep going down, right down there. See him? Click 1M. Okay, there you go. So, and it'll automatically adjust the 1 minute, 2 minute based on this. So this is Google, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously you can see where January 8th is down there. So it's obviously had a beautiful ride, but here's the interesting thing. Take a look. You see where your vertical line is? Oh, okay. Yeah. Go up. Nope. You're following it. Follow it up. Stop right there. Go. Yeah. Put it right up there where it hit the green top and then came back down. You were right there. Oh, right there.
Right here.
No. Yeah. Right there. Now, if you go straight, if you put your cursor right there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now scrunch it out again so we can see the whole time frame. Yep. Now move it to there, right there. So just put your cursor right up there again. And if you leave it there, the vertical and horizontal line, but put it at the top of where it's hitting the green, not down there, right there. Notice that is today's low. Very interesting. We were at the high there. It bounced off the red or the green, came back down, came up, hit the green, and today's low is exactly that day's high.
Wow, that's pretty smart.
So that is a supply. There. I was looking at it because he brought it up. I'm trying to go back to it 1 month.
Wow.
It's today's low was that day's high. So that's obviously some type of resistance or supply zone or both, right? Obviously resistance to moving up. And then because it passed it today, it was support. So it wouldn't go down. So supply demand zone. So that's a good call out, Jimmy. Really interesting. So if you take the top of the wick of that day, the wick of today hits it. Max, absolutely amazing. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. All right, we're getting a lot of Tesla smack. Bubbles is feeling frisky. Yeah, Bubbles is feeling frisky because she's the spy put master. So for Courtesy and Bubbles, just to let you know, I got talked in, and I'm not blaming myself. I have to blame somebody else for this. Doing one more call today, a very cheap call. But then what I did today was I hedged it in the aftermarket after what I would say are not great earnings. I shorted some shares to offset that call I put in, even though it was only $100. It still irks me that I got myself into it.
You're right.
So,
speaking of Trading View, Coach's Trading View, and a Pine Script Master, we have TJ with us. The Pine Script Master Coder.
Hey guys.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The volume indicator.
Oh, the volume indicators?
I love it.
Pine Script Kitty.
There is one thing that has to be fixed on that, TJ. It doesn't auto scale. It's like,
it rides the dollar wave.
I don't know what it does. It annoys me. Okay, how about that?
All right.
And then sometimes I can't even see it because if because green is obviously buyers, red sellers. If there's more buyers than sellers, sometimes because of the scale, the red's actually at the bottom.
Yeah, you gotta scroll it.
Yeah, you gotta drag the side, grab the scale bar on the right,
and tighten it or make it bigger.
Yeah. Okay, or TJ could get off his butt, fix it, to put an auto scale system in as the Pine Editor Master, and make it easy for me.
That would be cool, TJ, if you could do it.
You have
Well,
till
it's
tomorrow
attached, the
morning,
problem is
TJ.
it's attached to the price. It's
Because
attached to the
sometimes
volume indicator on
it
the side.
disappears on me even.
What I want is another box. What I want is another box that's not attached to the volume bar. So I'll get right on that bucket.
Yeah, by tomorrow morning.
I got it, buddy.
Okay.
By lunchtime.
Now, if you want a Pac-Man or a Defender, I don't care. I know you're a gaming geek. You put that into.
Do I bill you or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, bill me. I'm
It's
going to
triple
pay you in Tesla shares.
How'd you do today, TJ?
Laugh.
I actually do want to. I actually do know about that, and I actually do want to add a little box, and I also want to add the ATR in there if Coach will let me. So you'll have a box with the
Wow.
sellers, buyers, and the ATR right there.
Oh,
As a
for
number
stock
or a
people.
line?
Just a number.
Good. I don't need another line.
ATR number, like right now, like the beta version, like I'm looking at TSL right now, it's 0.04. It's just right there. I don't have to fiddle with all that stuff. If Coach will let me, and if David is happy with it, I'll submit that to them.
so that's telling me it's going to move 4% up or down.
4 cent. It's a 4 cent trailing stop, for instance,
4
if you wanted to set that in.
Okay.
Now I'd probably do 8 cents.
What to set?
Huh?
It's telling you based on the average true range what's to set. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's just giving you a quick view of the ATR. The same, like if you look at the ATR, you see that long squiggly line.
Yeah.
Well, this is just the number. This is what Bucket wants. Just the answer. No math.
Right.
I got you, bro. I got you. I understand you.
I don't care how a car works. I push the gas, it goes.
just want to get it to work.
I'm a tool
Right.
user, not a tool. Although I'm an engineer, I'm a tool user, not a tool creator. I did that 20 years ago. I'm done. Okay. My days of building are done. So
How'd you do on your trades today, TJ? Did you trade any?
I did pretty well. Yeah. I was holding some bags on AMD on purpose. Mostly, I'll fib on myself a little bit. I held overnight or a couple days on AMD looking for the climb up to earnings, and this morning it shot up a lot. So not only did I get out in the green, but I made a comma on top of that in shares. So that was it. So after that, I decided to be real careful because the most losses I have is when I do good in the morning and then I go back and try to double it or something stupid. So I got in a couple little small contracts. I was doing a lot of research and studying today. So yeah, I put a comment in before lunch and
TJ, you deserve the bell, man.
right.
Way to go, dude.
Yeah, I wish I'd have put. I wish one of the things, and this is a good lesson. We don't know what's going to happen overnight.
No,
holding overnight, and they go down $5 at night. You got 100 shares. That's $500 overnight. So you hope they come back up. So. So, I mean, I trusted it. I planned on it. It was a long-term trade for me. It was a swing trade. I was willing to hold AMD, but I would have rather made that money on top of the red.
there's AMD for you, buddy.
yeah.
Damn.
With all due respect to all of you, I want to see that thing dump in the next 2 years.
Damn, AMD is killing me.
Earnings on the 30th, I think. So don't let Bruno hear you, man.
I need it to dump because if it does, I am earth-shatteringly contracts on AMD when that earnings comes out.
I do apologize. At the end of the day, I was playing with the TSLY, and I got a little giddy because I made $80. And I know a lot of people were getting hammered on Tesla, but like it was just fun.
Hey, just remember, for every winner in the stock market, somebody's losing.
Somebody's got to take it, So let's all be the guys who take it. Thanks.
Yeah.
How do I figure out? Because these are days. How do I figure out what time frame this is?
Okay, are you talking about TradingView?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to use the correct vernacular, right? The range on what you have right here, right?
Yeah.
That is the time frame, right?
Right. I'm trying to figure out
okay. The candle and that's why I don't know what vernacular, if you'd rather call what maybe I'll use a different one.
Oh, here it
The
is.
time
columns
frame is
and
at the
candles.
top, the 1 minute, the 2 minute, etc. What the bottom is the data range. How does that sound? So
Right. So this is January 12th back here.
right.
Mhm.
So you're on the 1 month data range. You're showing 1 month on your screen, but you're in, I can't see the top. It's not clear. I think that's 2 minute. Is that what that is?
She's in the 30-minute.
I'm in the 30
I
minute
think it automatically defaults when you go into the 1 month to the
to the
30
30
minute
minute.
time frame.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you change that back, for example, to 2 minute at the top, you're going to go back to the day chart because it can't put that much data on a trading
Right.
view data range.
That makes sense.
Okay. So that's why I like the bottom. If I'm doing a 1 month, because it automatically scales it to something. And if you want to change that 30 minute to 1 day or 1 hour, that's fine. You can still have one month on there in that, but you can't go down any farther or it changes
Okay.
the data range.
So what's happening here? You see what's happening? I can't move it down. Why do I have a plus?
You got to spread it out. You got to go over to the right first. Go over to the right to the price. Clear to the right. And then spread them out a little bit just so it moves.
It might be
up
locked.
and
in
up, up and
auto.
down, up and down.
Yeah,
The price.
move it up
Yeah,
and
that's
down.
what I'm, but this is
No,
my
you're-
thing. It's not
you're
moving
not-
up and
No,
down.
no,
You're
no.
not
We
on.
need you to take the there you go. Now go.
Get-
Yep, back on it.
Gotta-
There you go.
Now you can. Now you can. Move
Now
it
you
around.
you should be able to scrunch and move.
Ah, okay. God,
Yeah,
you guys
There's
are
an
Lock.
auto range
expert.
on. Once
Yeah.
it locks you into auto range, you have to break it by changing the scale.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
This
W.
is like a rainbow.
What are you? I can't. What do you? Oh, you're on AMD.
Yeah.
AMD is the ones I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you guys, is Intel. So I've already been doing some work on that because that's earnings release tomorrow. And then obviously, I think AMD is next week and NVIDIA is the week after.
Wow.
So we're going to have some fun. Google, I've got to do some research on Google. So shut up by Jimmy there. Just see what's going on with that one. And then Meta, of course. I mean, they've been doing, remember in the old days, what the buzzword was when it was computers, is all about the World Wide Web and all that. The new buzzword's AI. So you have to have something with AI, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Supposedly
.com.
Meta is talking up their AI.
.com, bug it.
Yeah, that's it. .com. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have some exciting Meta, Microsoft, AMD. I mean, Netflix was just like the first one. So
Right.
Wait
till NVIDIA.
Yeah, and we still have Apple. I haven't even discussed Apple. So we got a lot of exciting coming up. But hey, we've got the two ETF guys here. Okay, we've got Mark with QQQ, and we got TJ with stocks. So I have a statement for both of you. I'm done trying to play those. Okay, I'm going to play the underlying stocks because I spend too much time trying to see what those stocks are doing and how it impacts Soxel or Qs.
It's a lot.
And not focusing on the trade, because you've got to focus on the trade, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So y'all can have it. Y'all, I mean, SPY maybe, because it's a lot more and not one of these really truly impacts it. But your QQQ and Soxel, I'm tired of it. I'm literally.
I think Qs are, for me, Qs are easy. I have yet to grasp Soxel. I look at the 8s and 2/3 of them are going up and the other third's going down, but yet Soxel itself's going down. So to get that relationship,
There's a time lag.
Yeah, but even so, I haven't seen the pattern yet, and I haven't done well on Soxel. I've either lost some money or just broke even because of my stops in place. So I just haven't taken it.
There's a time lag in there, and it's not even the same every day. It might be like, and you can't, I don't want to throw out numbers, but like hypothetically, it's like AMD seems to react about 15 seconds later, and then NVIDIA is like 30 seconds later today. But then tomorrow, NVIDIA is like 5 seconds later an AMD. And I think that's because somebody or some computer is actually buying and selling puts and calls over there in the ETF bank, over in the ETF office, and they're actually buying and selling stock, which affects the price of the ETF. That's my theory, and I've yet to really figure it out. But I notice that some days, if AMD and NVIDIA are going up and you wait about 15 seconds, you expect Saxo to go, and it doesn't. And then you look over and you see, oh, the other 6 are going down. So it's
right.
Bucket, I agree with you, buddy. I think I'm moving towards an underlying. Or the Qs. I want to check the Qs out because it's 4 less things to watch.
Right. Like the best better play today was Microsoft first part of the day. I mean, Microsoft just and the Qs were being held back by Amazon. So I'm sitting there.
Right.
Yeah, my costs are less than what a Microsoft was. I mean, Microsoft wasn't really all that expensive today. But I'd have been better off putting that money into Microsoft. And man, that thing went like crazy. I don't know what kind of profit. I didn't figure it out, but it really took off for a long time.
Wow.
You were able to see it pretty clearly, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe give Saxo a try or Qs a try next week. You know, it takes me a little while to focus on something, and I have to really kind of take my time to ease into it. And I'll trade like 2 shares for a week or 2, and I won't make any money though. So I got to make sure I make enough money to be able to afford to take a week to learn the stock, and then I'll get more brave, and then I'll.
Yeah, ETFs are weird. I mean, that's one of the reasons I prefer underlying, even though I've messed with SPY and I've kind of messed with the Qs and Soxel. I do think it's too much to have to, because you have to pull up a chart, all the chart, not all of them, but the main ones that. So listen, I'm already scattered. Yeah. So I'm like,
I thought it was like a really good cheat sheet. Yeah. I was thinking, wow, I got like I'm the first one to ever think this in the history of all stock market trading.
Yeah,
right.
I just watched these 4 stocks. I'll nail it. I'll crush it. But
look,
it's
Mark had me only on Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple. Mark, I don't know if you.
That's all I use.
Yeah, I'm like, when I want to play with the Qs, Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. I'll never forget that he said that. So that's all I watched.
And those are pretty powerful too. So
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's the top 3 holdings. That's why.
Here's what you guys have to help me with. You buy the Qs, or you can buy Microsoft. There should be no movement that ties to it, because in itself, the ETF is bought and purchased. It has its own supply and demand. Correct? So why do you need to watch the others to get an indicator? Because it should be treated as its own, unless you're telling me that interactively the purchases of AMD or Microsoft or whatever automatically impacts that ETF price. So what drives the ETF price? The changes in AMD and NVIDIA or Microsoft? Is that what affects the ETF to move, or
the movement of it?
The actual purchaser of the
contracts? Yeah,
that's what I don't know.
That's what I want to, because you got a ton of people in the Qs or in Soxel,
right?
So that should have some bearing on it,
I don't know how to shut my phone up.
So go ahead, Mark. You said what?
I said it's a cheat sheet, because when the other underlying stocks move, the ETF can't move independently of it. It's all its movements based on all its underlying, just like SPY. SPY don't move on its own. If you pull out the 500 shares, you have those SPY.
Okay, so
internal movement. Somehow they do the math. I don't know how it's fair.
If an ETF is leveraged, say it's a 2x leverage or a 1.5, the leverage comes from the fact that someone or something is trading either contracts, or they have an underlying thing like a bond in. So as the bond goes up, the stock goes up. They'll buy calls, and if they're doing good on their calls, then it takes 15-20 seconds for that money to settle in.
I'm raising my hand. Dawn all of a sudden won the lottery. Okay? Tomorrow morning, she decides, I'm going to go buy 1 million shares of
Soxel.
Yeah, I
Who
don't
gives a
think that
crap
right.
what AMD is doing if she's buying 1 million shares of Soxel? It doesn't impact AMD at all.
No,
But I
I
guarantee
honestly
you,
think-
Soxel's
I don't
price
think it does.
will go up.
I think it's both, but mostly the underlying. I think the leverage has to come from somewhere, and you're right, Bucket. If the underlying stocks are 80% of Soxel, then that 20% comes from the people buying
Retail
Soxel,
traders, right?
and or some sort of algorithm buying and selling calls or puts or whatever. So I and I'm not 100% sure, but that's the main thing.
Yeah, because this is what's. I mean, I get
think-
it, and I've been with you, right? Some days we're watching AMD and NVIDIA, and the next thing you know, Avgo is the reason Soxel's going up.
Or Texas Instruments,
Right?
yeah.
But then I'm sitting here going, it has its own L2. It has
Right,
buyers
right.
and sellers.
Yeah, it does.
I've wondered that too, Bucket.
I want to,
really
and maybe this is something for Coach.
And it tends to stop too. It tends to cap itself out, which is really weird because AMD and NVIDIA
I
keep
heard
going,
you say that
and
today.
Soxel just sort of slows down.
Look, you directed me from Soxel because I was going to try to get in Soxel for a little bit, and when I heard you say that, I said, "Okay, well, the hell with that." Because it was at the peak.
And it was about 6%, right?
Yeah.
And it just sort of pittered out. It went further, but it just took twice as much energy to get there.
Yeah.
And maybe that has something to do with the Greeks. Because if the underlying stock has, if the ETF has contracts against the underlying stock, then the Greeks would apply. So maybe they're being affected by the Greeks.
Well, maybe Coach will see this and can explain it. 'Cause, I mean, I
Well,
just
we can
use that
ask him.
over example.
Who's going to yell at me for being complicated?
Well,
Yeah,
just
you don't
think
ask
some
it. I'll ask
math
it,
whiz,
okay?
some geeky math whiz had to figure this out when they created an
Yeah.
ETF. All right, what are we going to include it, and how do we average cost weighted or whatever they do to put them all in one basket, And how
the
much?
simplest answer, Bucket, I think it's probably about 80-20 or 70-30,
Okay.
Just keep it simple. I think it has something to do with the purchasers, but mostly the underlying.
Right.
Tesla moves the Qs less than Microsoft does. If they both move the same percent gain a day, Tesla does not affect the Qs like Microsoft.
Q's
If they-
leveraged?
yes, the Qs Microsoft, I don't know what the number is today, but Microsoft is 10% of the holdings, Apple's 9.5%, and Amazon's 9.8%.
Well, the Q's
and then all the
Qs
rest are like 4 and 5%, or a lot less percentage. So their movement doesn't affect the overall pie.
The Qs aren't leveraged, so they're going to be more pure.
Yeah. Well, however they
If that
figure it,
makes sense.
All
They're
I know
one
is
to
if
one.
I watch the top 3 to 5 holdings, I look at 3.
What are you laughing at, Don?
When they move one way,
man.
Is somebody making fun of me yet?
No,
gonna move that way also.
Arlo. Me and Arlo are also talking. So
we're talking about friend requests. So
Yeah.
you never accept a friend request in Discord from anyone, even if it is a legitimate member. You're not
That's
allowed.
true.
You're not allowed to. I get friend requests all the time.
So, Mark,
from
you're not going to
members.
trade stocks for me, buddy?
No.
Oh, I got a message.
I will take if you want to cash at me your money, I will accept it. But I'm not going to.
TJ?
I'm not going to trade it.
He'll trade it if
Are
you
you
get him a
really that
flight down to
paranoid?
South Carolina.
Yeah. I'll
Right.
get it.
North Carolina. He's going to have to drive from Fort Bragg, man.
Okay.
I could get there. I'll drive there. Be
Only
there
like
in
2
8 hours. Be there in 8 hours. Driving.
I can't believe you asked me what I was laughing at. You're that paranoid? Why are you that paranoid?
No, people don't ever
Funny.
accept.
You have a
friend
beautiful
requests
smile,
from
Don.
anybody.
it lightened the room.
If
Thank
Bucket
you,
would
man.
tell you right now, he's sending you a.
But I happened to say something stupid at the same time, and it was fine. Oh, okay. All right. What'd I say now? What'd I do?
If Bucket told you right now he's sending you a friend request, and you get a friend request from Bucket, you are still. It's a violation to accept or send friend requests on Discord at American Dream Trading. It's not allowed. It's to protect you from scammers, what you get every day. Coach has asked me to be his friend 3 times this week. But I know that's not Coach, because why? What's Coach
He
say
doesn't
every
want to be
day?
your friend. That's
Well,
why.
yeah. Nobody likes me. They won't let me on the team and nothing. I'm always the last pick. He doesn't.
You're a moderator.
He doesn't even do. Yeah. He doesn't DM anybody. So If he's not going to DM you, nobody else is either. So they're
I
all
got-
scammers.
I got quite a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, I do get them from members that I know are legit. I don't answer them. I just close them because I know. Because if you do, I mean, there is a log file of these type of things. That's how they know you did it. I don't have access to it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, nothing is hidden in the log run. It's not that they're watching.
TikTok's even worse. Like if you're friends with him on TikTok, like not friends with him, if you follow him, man, there's like 10, 20 of them that come through on TikTok, friend requests from the.
Right.
I know, constantly.
Yeah.
X too.
Yeah,
Got to be money in it because all them scammers keep doing it. So don't let it take your money, though. That's the important thing.
Now you guys are talking about the queues. Like I'm starting to follow them now, but I don't follow the other ones that go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been lucky so far is because I've been doing the bounces. Like if I'll bounce off support and I'll ride it up.
That's all you need.
Distance and I'll ride it. And so far,
you could treat it like a stock.
Eric said that the other day too. I was curious if like I'm overthinking things, and Eric said the same thing. He's like, I just treat it like a regular stock.
Yeah, you can.
I guess if you look like it, you don't know what's making Apple move either. So maybe you don't know what Soxel's making Soxel move. So you just treat it candle by candle.
Read the candles, get your support and resistance. Watch a volume candle. You can tell. It's just the thing. The reason I like watching the underlying because it kind of gives you a preview of what's about to happen.
Right.
No, even that's not guaranteed.
Yeah, and that's smart. But like lately, I'm trying to learn the volume and I'm trying to learn all that stuff, and I just watch it. I watch it. If I see it hit support, and if I see it don't break support, and it gives me a couple candles going towards downward.
Yeah.
I might just jump in just to, try it out and just put my stop loss really close.
All you need is support and resistance lines. You know what the candles are saying with the volume. That's all you need. You don't have to watch the underlying stock. I do because I know it's going to move it.
It's like what was said earlier today. There's so many different things you can add in to your decision making. I mean, and I think David said it great. Start throwing some of that away. Start back with the basics. Nate says it every pre-market.
Yeah.
I still laugh, y'all. People still come in like the third day because they're so excited they've learned, hey, where did you put your support and resistance lines? Where are your stops? And Nate's like, huh? Yeah, no.
Right.
I don't use that.
Yeah. And
I made a joke with Bruno today that like you would probably be surprised how little crap is on my screens when I'm trading. But I get a label for being complicated, but really when I'm trading, it's like just a few things.
The simpler the better.
I view you having the same charts as Chris.
Oh my God. Chris, I love you, buddy, but your charts, man.
But I'm trying to learn a lot of it, but I'm also trying to keep it that what's that where
keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Do you use the trading view indicators at all, Joey?
Yeah.
Or Chris? Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, I'm so sold. It's so crazy. It's like I'm a kid with a new toy. And I meant to tell you, TJ, you know what the indicators remind me of? The L2, dude. You said that, and I didn't. Yeah. It's like there's no L2 on there. Those volume indicators are like our L2.
Yeah. I'll watch both.
There's three kinds of volume, and Bubbles will get on me if I get into it, but there's three kinds of volume: future, past, and present.
Yeah.
If you work them all together.
Go ahead, Joey.
And that's what I'm trying to do. Like I got three screens. I got two of my major screens in my laptop. So what I do is I keep Trading View on one screen, Weeble on another screen. And I keep, because I trade out of two accounts. I trade out of TradeStation and Weeble. So it depends on which one I pick. You know what I mean? Because my TradeStation's on my laptop.
Ah, okay. All right. And Chris didn't like our comments, y'all. He says his charts are very accurate. Yes, we know. We know they're accurate, Chris.
I think the funny.
If I poured a bit of paint on a chart, it would be accurate because it would hit every line.
Yeah. No. Hey, but Mark, you said it, and you said it today when someone was asking you. So I'll refresh it. Use what works for you. Chris, if that works for you,
Chris, we're not making fun of you.
That's great.
Well, I am, but
Yeah,
Right.
I don't.
we're making, as a friend and as family members, we're making fun. But if it works, which it does for Chris, that is phenomenal.
You can use whatever you want, but if coach doesn't actively teach it, we're not going to teach it.
Correct. And we're probably not going to know how to interpret it, right? Like the one person today
Right.
who talked about the different oscillator, it was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
Oh, Mr. Good.
and that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. It works for him. He likes
the
it.
wolf oscillator.
Does
That's
he
right.
make money? Do you make money with it? If you do, great. Have at it. But it's whatever works.
I
We're not
think
here to limit what we can't say. Oh, you can't use that.
I think the major
I mean,
like is the EWO and the support and resistance. I think they're the best.
yeah.
Yep.
And coach has already went through all these things over the years.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
already
yeah.
seen the Fibonacci jumping over the fence and under the
Yep.
and into the cave and now back out through the rabbit hole indicator and knows it. Yeah,
I've
it may
started-
have a little bit of value, but it's not really worth it. It's too complicated. Keep it simple.
I probably said it like 100 times, when I get into these conversations, because part of me wants to discuss things that are intricate and detailed because I want to understand them. But then I realize that the most significant thing that the coach did was take all this complicated crap and turn it into a simple
Strategy.
Is it 100%? He'll tell you it's not 100%. The
I'll bet
resistance line may or may not be strong. It may or may not be a zone. It may or may not break through, but it's the simplest way to look at it. And it is so accurate that it doesn't matter if it passes through, you're good to go. You wait the next zone,
Right.
or the next line. If this channel breaks through, you got the next channel. And if it breaks through, you got the next one. It doesn't matter if the lines are extra, as long as they're accurate.
Right.
If you've got a couple extra lines and they break through, good. Just be prepared.
Yep. You should never
No,
use.
we don't talk about
You
them.
should never use SMAs. Those are evil lines.
we prepare. I don't even know the
The evil
difference in
indicator.
And
Chris just,
I don't know
Chris just posted that. That's the only reason I said that.
I can't see those in the inside.
You have to look.
If you're in,
No.
I can see them on
Whatever.
YouTube, but I can't see the
Right.
questions. And
Oh yeah. Yeah. Whatever works for you. I mean, coach, nobody's going to stop you. Nobody can stop you from using whatever you want. If you want 25 indicators on your chart, have at it.
Absolutely.
But don't come in and talking about the inverted tornado vortex indicator and that we all should be using it. No, we're not, because this is the American Dream Trading, and American Dream Trading by the coach. This is what his principles are. This is what he teaches, and that's what we're going to follow.
All right.
So
Tell
that's
him
what we
that,
do.
Mark.
That's what we do. If you want to save something, we're not going to throw you out. It's not, you can't. You're not going to be ostracized. But don't die on the hill for your indicator.
you could
Even though it works for you, that's fine. But we're still not going to endorse it or teach it. We're going to go by what coach has laid out for us.
And
you
with,
can challenge me like 8 or 10 hours a day and to take a screenshot of my screen, and it's going to look just like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Right.
not anything. There's no crap on there whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't want all that on my
if only, you know what? If only there were one place that we could learn all of this. Especially,
Where would that be?
do they have a VIP? I think they do.
I don't know. I've heard of things on the internet, on Reddit somewhere.
that's because you're a paid actor, Mark.
Oh,
I
was
know.
it? Probably a
I
troll.
think they have a VIP gold membership.
This is the VIP Gold membership. If you buy the VIP Gold, it's $4,000 for the year. If you just want to add it onto your existing VIP services, it's only $1,500. We now, for VIP Gold members, have weekend mastermind class, free 1-hour text, VIP Gold help desk support. You get moved right to the front of the line. You're also going to get our brand new news service. We've never done this before. We're also going to be offering, for the first time, we've never done this before at American Dream Trading, some afternoon breakout sessions. So sign up right now. And by the way, don't hold me to that add-on price of $1,500, because I originally wanted to do it at $2,500, and I'm sure I'm going to end up going up to that price. So get ready for that price to go up. If you get it now at $1,500, you will be grandfathered in. VIP is where it is at.
Welcome. to American Dream Trading.
There you go.
Who's psyched?
Joey, can I ask Joey a question?
Yeah,
Joey Crypto, do you use Coach's Indicator whenever you do trade crypto?
I
Have you tried?
just started to.
Has it been pretty? He said it should work with everything.
Yeah, I was trying it out on crypto, and it does work. It does work.
Works
Cool.
on all types of trading.
Cool beans. I got a video queued up. Shout out to Carter. Carter's our full-time videographer. He makes sure we have all the videos on YouTube, and there's over 2,000 videos on there right now. This one today we've got on tap. It's one of the newest ones. EWO trading breakdown using shedding strategies and VWAP. So that's what's on tap tonight, folks. Get out the pen and paper, and let's do a little bit of learning. If I can find my cursor, goddamn.
You see how these first two candles are identical in size?
Yes, sir.
That's a
Yes,
don't.
sir.
That's a don't touch it. We don't get to touch it until a candle breaks the previous high, meaning longer candle than the previous candle it was before it. You see how these two are the same?
Yes, sir.
That is not the trade candle, but that one is your winner because it's now taller than the previous candle. So let's break this down as if you're an experienced trader, you've been here a while, that means this is the entry, which is somewhere in this candle, and there's your payday, right? It pulls.
Yes, sir.
It pulls back. Everybody knows to shed. It keeps pulling. We can shed, shed, shed. We get very nervous up here, right? You guys could shed. It's up to you. Otherwise, hang on. But everybody in this room knows 1,000%. If this breaks and holds above VWAP and we're in a put, what do we do, everyone? I don't care how much you are in or out of the money. What do we do?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bucket, I think that was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the day. And Mark's off pouring something again and didn't mute himself.
I know.
I had to get coffee.
That's a lot of coffee, dude.
Oh, well, I got a big cup.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dawn. I hope Bubbles can get back on here soon because I'm reading in the chat about her SPY put today. I'd really like her to come in and show us what she
I
saw.
would too. I thought she was going to come up. Bubbles, come on, honey. What? You've been
If she
up
don't
here
come up,
all
I'm going
the
to tell her story. Did you hear what she said when she was
What'd she
doing her
say?
trade?
No,
Is it all right to
I
tell
did
them,
earlier
Bubbles?
today.
Am I allowed to say what you did when you was excited about your trade today?
Oh my
With
God!
your neighbor, with your neighbor.
She said, "Oh my God." Go ahead. I guess that's
wait.
yes.
Wow.
We all know, so go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. She got so excited about her successful trade that she let out a scream. And her neighbor apparently heard it and was concerned for her well-being and came over to her house to make sure she was okay.
That is awesome.
That's a good neighbor.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a
yeah.
neighbor, State Farm is there.
I mean, how loud did she have to scream for her neighbor to hear it?
Right?
I thought that was hilarious.
I
Come
did
over
too.
and check. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I just paid $10,000. That's all. I hope you told her why you screamed, because of AmericanDreamTrading.com.
.com.
I know you're not going to keep us on the hook, Bubbles. Come on up here and talk to us about it. And
I'm trying to look at it right now because
That
she
SPY
saw
did-
something.
Ooh, that SPY, man, it was, whew, I could see why she yelled if she got in it, especially at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I don't know when. I can't remember the time because I was driving, but I think it was the first
It was-
dip. Wondering if she wrote it up and went all the way down to the end of the day, or she shed.
We'll make up our own story because she don't come up. So whenever you don't come up, we'll make up our own scenarios about you.
Okay, that sounds cool to me. I'm good with it.
I'm going to guess that she got in right there at the changeover from green to red and got in puts. Because when she said something today, she asked us, can you take a look at this trade real quick? And that's when it really drove down right there towards the end of the day, had that great big breakthrough.
Yeah, but when did she told us, remember someone said, hey, I think it was Bruno said, hey, Bubbles, you may want to shed because it did a reverse, but then it went back down again. So I'm just curious how many of the options she kept. What was her diamond hands like? Because there was a huge payday there, right?
Yeah, I know she said she shed some. I think, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, I heard that Bubbles is a millionaire now. That's just, I heard that somewhere. I don't know.
Look how far outside of the channel this thing is.
No.
Well, that channel changes though. It don't.
That changed at the end of the day, right? It moves.
Yeah, that's where it's.
So if you go on replay and you show it for the day, you'll actually see it moving with it.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, it's got a period, Don, and you can set the period as long as you want.
Yeah, I know. Well,
you did a fantastic job defaulting it. That's why it kind of moves along with your stock during the day.
Yeah. I love
You
it.
can shorten it if you want. Like if you're really hardcore, if you're a really hardcore scalper and you want to shorten it and make it smaller, but yeah, it's perfect the way it is. David did a fantastic job locking that in.
Yeah, she said she did the charting this morning, and it worked out well for her.
Right.
When did she get in? Like right in? She got in a put?
Yeah, she was.
Yes. So whatever time that was.
The Bubbles. Beers on Bubbles. Is that what we said?
130, 130, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe.
Round VWAP? I don't know when she got in.
No, I would say if she followed coach's rules, she would have got on the crossover, got in below VWAP, below the MA. There's the MA 200 right there. Is that's a 6-star trade there, a 5-star trade, and if she got in right there at say 132 Eastern, that would have been a perfect trade.
Oh, Bubbles said she got in right at 10 and wrote it up.
10?
10?
Oh, you broke the rules, Bubble. She got on the first one.
What?
Oh yeah, she got on this one.
Oh boy, did you get lucky breaking the rules.
Oh, hey guys.
Bubbles. You should have
No,
that, Bubbles.
she didn't break the rules. She was in a call at 10 a.m. and then went immediately in puts, she's saying.
Oh, okay. Well,
now she wrote both of them.
Wow, that's even better.
Bubbles Thunder crushed this.
You took all the money out of SPY then today.
Yeah.
Every dime you could get. Good
Bubbles,
job.
could you respond? When did you get out of your contracts on your puts? At the end of the day?
What rule? I was talking about you broke the rule about not getting out of a call or a put once it goes the opposite side of the VWAP.
She said she watched it in chat. I'm okay. I'm just curious when you got out. I mean, there was a couple shedding opportunities on your put. Did you get out of any, or did you ride it all the way to close?
What time did she say she got in?
10 o'clock.
At the high of day, she went into puts, which is amazing.
All right, so 10 o'clock is right here.
Right, and she got into calls.
Mm-hmm. Rode the calls up.
Shit.
Rode the calls up the hill.
To puts.
But look at the EWO on the bottom. It's like in the middle.
Well, it went up and down. It gyrated a little bit up and down. There was a lot of volatility.
But I mean, if you look at the EWO, so she was scalping it.
Well, as you can see, it was above VWAP, even though it broke into the cloud. That would have made me really nervous. But even David said the other day, yeah, you might really start shaving when it breaks into the cloud. But looking at that chart, it didn't break VWAP, so it was still technically. If you didn't have that cloud there, you wouldn't know you was breaking into it, would you? If you just had VWAP. So it stayed above the VWAP, it looks like, and then she wrote it down afterwards.
Yep. What time did she get out, Bucket?
She didn't say. Her answer is, when I spoke up, I had 4 left, but I have no idea what that means. I don't know when she got out.
I think she shed 1 and she still had 4. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so maybe she rode the 4.
I don't know. I heard she made $2 million today.
$2 million.
Mm-hmm.
She did. I'm telling you, she maxed out the opportunities in SPY today. I mean, that's just phenomenal.
That's nice.
Yeah, really.
I heard SPY had to go to the Fed and borrow money to replace all the money that Bubbles took out of it today.
Just to pay her, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ring that bell. Double bell.
Double bell for
Double bubbles.
There it is.
Double bubble, toil and trouble. How does this
That
mute
was-
button work?
That couldn't be a better day.
Oh my
right
God,
there.
that's Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Have the
know
wherewithal to write it up and then write it down. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's what coach teaches you. You know, if you got the funds to do it. The halftime, I never think about it. I'm like, oh, I made money. And meanwhile, the put drops like a rock, and I could have made 10 times the money if I wrote it down instead. So, yeah, you gotta go in thinking that way. All right, once it switches over, I'm getting into the put. But we don't do that. Coach teaches that all the time, and he reiterates it from time to time.
Yep. And that's actually, I believe, if I'm correct, somewhere in there was the exact time Coach got into the double top on Apple and wrote it down. He came into the chat, I think, around lunchtime, right?
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there was a double top around 11 to 12.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
What time we got, guys?
Oh, it's 6:40.
7:39. It's about
Yeah.
that time.
Past our
Guys.
bedtimes.
Yes, it is. Thank you guys
I
for coming
won't
on
be
here.
I won't be going to bed late. I got a practice match online playing video games, shooting other people running around online with my fake online friends. That ain't till 9. I probably won't get to bed till midnight tonight. So.
Oh my God, you better not be late tomorrow.
And you're still going to get up at 4?
No, I'll get up at 3
Yeah, no. Nope.
every day.
5 does it for me, Bucket. I can't do 8. I got to get 5. I'm good. 4 to 5.
I cannot tell you when I've ever slept 8. I average.
Yeah.
If I get 4, I do good. I know you always say, well, I need 4, but your body does need at least 6, but I never have. I've always been that way.
This
I don't
coming
think
from
I've
a
ever
guy that
slept
says
over
after
5.
the pre-market he falls asleep, takes a nap, wakes up, and it's 2:00 in the afternoon.
And he's missed the trading morning.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't that I haven't fell asleep, believe me. So I tried to take. I haven't taken a nap probably for I don't know. It's been a week, maybe. This week, I don't think I take a nap at all this week. I've been running around too in between trading, so I've been busy. And no, I'm not playing Call of Duty. I'm playing a game called Hell Let Loose. That's what I'm playing.
Hell let loose. I'm gonna write that down.
It's awesome. They have it on PC. They have it on console.
Hell let loose.
If you got, it's a World War II shooter, realistic weapons,
Oh,
ballistics,
cool.
and everything.
I'm going to go eat my grapes.
360
today.
headshot.
I'm going to go eat my grapes.
I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to go eat grapes for dinner.
Okay.
Can't wait.
You can eat
Top
mine,
Mark
man.
is a Twitch gamer.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome
that's
show,
in the
Don.
chat.
4
Awesome show with you guys, Bucket. Thank you for being here, buddy.
4 a.m.
Yes.
Can't
I'll
make
see
money
you guys.
while you're asleep. Can't make money while
Hey,
you're
I
sleeping.
challenge everybody. I challenge everybody 1 phonetic per day.
I got a
You
chart
should
now.
be
I don't need to learn. I got a
No,
right
you
here
got it
on
right.
my screen right here, right there. I still have to
Wait a
look
minute.
at it.
1
Dawn,
per day. Learn
Dawn.
1 per day. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
Okay.
Alpha.
So let me get this straight, TJ.
Mhm.
You want us to learn the correct phonetic alphabet, yet we have things like Danny DeVito, we have emu toes, we
Hey,
have
Jack leg.
How many
leg.
times? How many
Yeah.
times have we had to repeat a stock over 18 times because we didn't know a B from a C from a D from an E?
Right. Yes, it would make life easier if we all were consistent.
okay, but I want to come up with an ADT phonetic
Oh
alphabet.
boy.
I memorized it a long time ago, so it's just like kind of rattles off now. But yeah, it's convenient to just kind of have it stuck in there. That way you don't have to think about it as
Like
much.
it's not even
but all the-
military. It's the international code. I
Yeah.
mean, it's what they've used. You know, it's
Everybody does, yeah.
Yep.
Do the Russians use the same one?
well, they don't have
Their words?
They know ours, but they don't. Their letters
I mean-
are not.
Do they use Delta or do they use X-ray?
No. I mean, they have Russian words. I don't. You know what? I've never heard.
Well, I
of
mean, do they have the Russian word for X-ray is what I'm saying.
Oh no, they don't use the same letters. No, they have their own. Like
acrylic owl.
Yeah, they have their own Cyrillic.
I love
Really?
Patrick goes X-Nut Chameleon Superfluous.
Right.
Superfluous.
Yeah,
I love it.
Hey,
that is
Patrick, try to cut down on the coffee in the morning, will you? You shock me awake when you come in full
That's
force
awesome.
in there.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys are great.
Patrick
We'll get
wants
some
in there,
sleep, and it's great talking to you all. Have a great night.
You too,
Team no
man.
sleep.
Bye, Patrick. See you in the morning.